In this video, I will show you how to use and I will demonstrate our new product indicator. It's a DMA or distance from moving average. Basically, it's a very popular concept that is used by lots of traders. The distance of price from moving average. Let me add the indicator first on my chart. If you have installed the indicator on your CTrader platform, you can just search the DMA on your indicators and it will come up here. You can see it's DMA. Okay, as you can see, and the indicator has lots of parameters. So let's first add the indicator on my chart. After that, I will go through each of these parameters and the output lines and what are those output lines. Okay, so as you can see, when you first attach the indicator on your chart, it will come up like this. You will see this signals arrows, and the indicator itself is on a separate window here. So let me zoom a little bit. Okay. This yellow line is the distance from moving average, and the red line is the average distance from moving average, and these two dot separated lines on the top and bottom, those are percentile lines that you set that shows the x amount of percentage in x previous distance values. So if we go here, it has four parameters. Distance from, it's the basic distance from the moving average that you specify here. You can set any of the supported CTrader moving average types, as you can see, and its period, source. The source is not the basic source parameter that you find on other CTrader indicators. It's a modified version. You have a volume, typical, median, weighted, all the available price type data on CTrader API. So if you set it to volume, the moving average will be fed with the tech volume data of the bars, not price. Let's go back to the close, and it's what most of us will use. And the second group of parameters are related to distance moving average. This is the moving average that will be applied on distance values, and this red line or here average distance, it's not showing it fully. So you can also set any type of moving average for distance moving average. It's very important one, and all the other indicator functionalities like the signals are based on this one. So the period parameter of distance moving average is not related to the moving average itself. So the first moving average. So you can set it to any number independently from the moving average. And by default the value is 50, and if you came down we have trend signal, reversal signal, and percentile lines. So in trend signal you can enable disable both if you want to enable one, or enable both or disable both. So the signals are not that accurate if you trade based on solely based on this signals, but they are very good indication of where the price is and where it might go if you use it with confirmation with other technical indicators or any other alternative data. By default, the trend signals are enabled. The trend signals are happen when the distance of a moving average goes beyond the average distance. So whenever this yellow line or the distance from moving average goes above the average distance value, which is the red line, there is a trend signal. And the type of trend signal, bullish or bearish, is defined by if the current candle in here, suppose, let me show you this candle, this big bearish candle, if this big bearish candle is closed above or below the moving average. In this case, it's closed below moving average. Let me apply a 20, how much? It's 14 period exponential moving average. Okay, exponential moving average, 14 close, yeah. Okay, Okay, as you can see, the bar is closed below the moving average, so the indicator is consider this as a bearish trend signal because distance is starting to move away from moving average, average distance value, and the bar is closed below the moving average. This is considered a bearish signal. Same here. Look at this one. This is a bullish trend or buy signal, trend signal. It happens because the distance goes above the average value. You can see here the signal appears when the board is closed, so there is no repaint or anything like that. When the yellow line goes above a red line, which is the average distance, we have a signal, and the type of signal is defined by the bar. If the bar is closed above the moving average, it's a bullish signal. If it's closed below moving average, it's a bearish signal. In this case, it is closed above moving average, as you can see, and the indicator consider this as a buy trend signal. Same here, there is another bearish trend signal. It happens because the yellow line goes above a red line, and the bar is closed below the moving average. The other type of signals that this indicator provides is reversal signals. It's the opposite of trend signals. Let me show you. Okay, these are the reversal signals. These signals happen when the distance is going below the average distance value, or the yellow line crosses downward. The mm, mm, yellow line goes below the red line. As you can see here, we have a bearish reversal signal. Let me move the vertical line here. Okay, so it happens because the yellow line, as you can see here, goes below the red line, and we have a bearish candle that is closed above moving average. Because it's a reversal signal, the bar must close above moving average to be considered as a bearish or a sell signal. So price will come back to the moving average from when it's above moving average. It's a reversal signal from an uptrend. Now let me show you a bullish signal. Here you can see we have a bullish buy reversal signal. It's kind of this signal doesn't work, but I will explain the concept why it appeared here. So when as you can see, the this moving average distance goes below the average distance value, which is the red line, we have a reversal signal here. And as the bar is closed below the moving average, the indicator consider this as a buy reversal signal, or a or price will start to move toward moving average after a downtrend. The reversal signals are not always end up in a fully reversal like this one. Most of the time, reversal signals cause a pullback or a consolidation in the current trend. So what I recommend you is don't use reversal signals for entry. If use it for exiting your trend position. If you are trading the trends you bought on an uptrend, and one of these reversal signals happened in opposite direction, you can use these reversal signals as an early close sign for your open position. Now let me make the indicator window a little bit larger. So the, apart from the signals, the indicator data itself is very important more than signals. If you see, whenever the price goes too far away from the moving average, as you can see, the chances of a reversal is high, and you know that price is now very up or very down based on the distance from moving average. The percentile lines here, as you can see, I had by the default value is 95% and 5%. So the percentile lines are calculated based on x previous values of distance, and it calculates, suppose you set it to 95%, the upper line is 95%. If you set the value to 95% and the period, how much is the period, default period? It's 50. It scan 50 previous distance values and finds the highest 95% value here, and same for bottom percentile line. It scans 50 previous value and finds the lowest 5% value. Then you have a bond like Bollinger Band, and whenever the distance goes above those values, it means the price is already too far away from its mean or moving average, and the chance of a reversal is very high. So the indicators can be used for different purposes. It's the idea of moving average distance is already used by for different purposes. Like even I have seen people use it this moving average distance for checking the strength of currency pairs in forex market. You can find a MetaTrader dashboard called currency strength meter, I think, in forex factory, that's based on this idea. Our indicator is a little bit different. It relies only based on the current sample price data, and shows you everything that you need regarding the trend, the current condition of trend, how far it went from its mean, and how likely is the chance of a reversal. Whenever you can see here the yellow line, which is the distance from moving average, goes too far away from its from average distance, which is the red line. The chance of a reversal is very high, and when it came back to the reversal, came back to the red line and goes below it, and then it start to come back above it, that's a signal for a continuation of the current trend, if there is any. So be careful when you're trading the trend signals of this indicator, because most of the time there is no trend, and the trend signals appear on your chart despite there is no active trend on the market. So if you trade this type of signals, you will end up losing money, because as you can see, the market is very flat here. So be careful when consider volatility, and when volatility is high and there is a clear trend on the market, then you can safely trade the trend signals. Let's go through some other charts. It's your USD daily chart. I will go to GPB USD. Okay, uh, same down signal here again. Let's see how many good signals we have here. Okay, as you can see, when there is a clear trend, the trend signals are working very well. Mm. Look at here. Whenever the price pulls back to its mean or moving average, and when it bounces back, the indicator identifies that. As you can see here, here, and you can trade those levels safely, as there is an active trend here. And the indicator data itself can help you to interpret the trend, how trend is going on, and is it a good time to ride the trend, enter a trade, or wait for reversal or pullback and then start to open your position. It depends on your style of trading. The indicator provides lots of data and info regarding the current market condition. I don't think you will be able to find something like this based on moving average distance on any other platform or any similar indicator. I haven't seen it myself, but if you have seen any, you can tell me. As you can see, there is a good signal and there is another fail signal. Indicator provides lots of signals. Some of them work, some of them don't. So you need lots of screen time to be able to filter the correct signals from incorrect signals. Myself, I use this indicator for filtering for checking if price is too far from its mean or not, because I don't use mostly the indicator signals. I use the indicator data or these lines, as you can see. Whenever yellow line, or the distance from moving average goes above the percentile lines, I close my trend positions. If I enter the buy trade on a uptrend and this yellow line goes above the percentile line, I consider this that okay, that's it. I will close my position as price is already too far from mean and the chance of reversing back to the mean is very high. That was the DMA indicator. If you had any question, you can put a comment on the video. And also, I forgot something. The indicator has three different types of alerts: trend signal alerts, reversal signal alerts, and percentile line alerts. All those alerts uses our popular alert library for seed trader, which has sound, pop-up, email, and telegram alerts on itself. You can enable it or configure it for the first time by enabling the show window parameter for alert group. If I set that to yes, the alert window will appear. Okay, it's all okay. It appeared here. It's one of the old signals, I think. Yeah, it's 4/5/2020, yesterday. Okay, you can configure the alerts from here. Everything, appearance, sound alert. If you want to enable it, select the sound file, and whenever there is an alert, it will play the sound for you. Email alert, telegram, everything is here for you. Okay, that was the DMA indicator. Bye everyone.